Men don't talk. And this is something that we have to look at. They're taught to be a man and internalize everything. And then on top of that, us women, we have never learned, we were never taught what it means to create the atmosphere for your man to open up himself to you. And so in times, in moments where your man opens up himself to you, it's very hard for you to receive it. In fact, in a moment where you were upset at him, angry at him, mad at him, you used that information that he gave you, which was so sacred, against him. It was a slap to his face. And now you're asking yourself, why doesn't he talk? Why doesn't he want to speak to me? Why isn't he going the same way that he did before? So we have to learn how to create the atmosphere for a man to open up himself to us. But it's imperative that we know that this atmosphere comes from within.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys from Trip. I think, what's the name of that podcast where they travel around? Tonight's Conversation. He dropped a gem, man, as he always does, man. Trip is like one of my favorite guys to react to, man. This guy has wisdom beyond wisdom, man. I want y'all to hear what he had to say about what's related to the intro video that I just played for you guys, man. Check this out.
He brought up when it comes about safety. Oftentimes as men, we don't really consider that as much when it comes to picking the woman we're with, or maybe as much as we should.
Sure, bro.
But why is that important for men to feel safe with their lady? And what's some things that a woman you think could do for a man to feel safe inside of a relationship?
I think it's about knowing roles.
Girl, it's Trip. Nah, thank you, though.
I think it's important first to understand your own capacity. Anytime you're holding space for somebody, like, don't just say like, I'm here for you, when you don't actually have the space and ability to be there for that person at the time, right? Because it's okay, even in relationship, to tell your partner, hey, look, this is not the season, right? I don't have the space for that. I can still support you, but I can't let you dump that on me right now. You feel me? So that because that's holding you accountable from the beginning. So then when you do hold space, understand that you're not the main character, right? When you tell your man, hey, listen, I'm here for you, and he start to unpack, understand that what he's unpacking, you are not the main character. So if you get offended, if at some point you can't handle it, if at some point it's overbearing or you're hurt, that doesn't mean that that's not valid and that's not real, but it does not become the center of attention and the reason why we're here. The main objective was for him to continue to unpack. You have the option at any point to tell him, look, I can't do this anymore. Do not shift this and make it about you. You feel me? And those are very difficult things to do. But again, if you are going to hold space for someone and it be a space that is safe for them, it has to be a space that is about them. That is not a gender thing. That's anybody. If a person, when they open up, every time they open up, they're either rejected or is hijacked, they're not going to feel safe with you. And a lot of times men don't have the spaces to be safe in. So being like getting shit out, that's not a habit for most men.
As a black man, where else am I safe?
Exactly. A lot of times it's with the women in our lives, whether it's your homegirl from the block, whether it's your cousin, your sister, your mom, your granny, you feel me, your girl. a lot of times men only safe with the women in their lives because that's not where the conflict be at most times. And even if it is, it's manageable. You feel me? Like the conflict that most black men facing outside the home, bro, we don't want to deal with shit like that when we come home.
No, peace be.
I'll even take disagreeing with you from time to time. But when I open up, when I tell you what it feel like out there, please don't make that a time that we got to go at each other. You feel me? When I'm trying to tell you what it feel like to actually carry this shit, you dig me? Cause this shit really destroying us out here, bro. No bicker. Like, so when a black man specifically feels safe enough to like let you in on what that shit feel like, just in that moment, bro. If you don't have it, let him know that, so he can pack it back up. You feel me? Like before he hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when a black man feel rejected, I'm trying to tell you as one. That's one of the, like you don't understand how used to that black men have to become to survive. You feel me? So when a nigga tell you what that feel like, just if you gonna reject him in that moment, let him know before he start to take it out. You feel me? Because it's not gonna be pretty, but it's not about you, bro. Like, so if you gonna let him do that, just you feel me? Expect that and understand that when you taking that on, you did.
Now, I want to say this. I think one of the reasons why women struggle with this is because they really haven't been taught, or for that matter, even care, about a man's hardships and what we go through. However, I got to agree with the brothers on this, because if women is supposed to be the softer gender, if y'all supposed to be the nurturing gender, if y'all supposed to be more empathetic, if we can't unpack with y'all, if we can't come home to that safe space, who are we supposed to do that with? Now, I know some guys will say, you should be able to unload and unpack on your homies and whatnot. And I understand that's all, that's good and all, but there are certain things that need to be discussed with your lady at home in comparison to just the homies. The homie, in my opinion, I think the homies are who you vent to. Not to say that you can't just vent to your woman, because if any of you know anything about women, a lot of the times when they complaining, they just complaining to complain and venting. They really don't want you to solve their problems. They just want you to hear them out. But I always found it real funny that women have a problem doing the same thing. And I think one of the reasons why is what they mentioned, is because the focus is no longer on them. Because you got to think about it, they're emotional creatures, and in the rare occasion that you're being emotionally vulnerable to a woman, the attention is not on her. So I think there's a trigger or something that goes off on them that makes them revert the attention back on them, when in reality it's like, no, you need to quit doing that. And it's I remember I did a video just the other day. It's like that woman said, because I made a little sexual joke added to it, but women really need to learn how to just shut up and listen. That's just the truth. Like, women would go a lot further with that, because just like women, sometimes men just want to get shit off their chest too. Let's keep it moving.
Why do women do that?
Don't say women. Don't say women. Don't put all of us in that.
Shut up, bitch.
Nope, I'm gonna do it. Why do black women do that?
Oh, whoa.
Yo, can I go pee?
You go.
No. Pee on yourself. Nigga.
Word.
Get a UTI.
I'm gonna go jump in.
So I must. Not all black women, of course,
From Colorado.
but I do know that black women, when they want to berate or demean or try to diminish black men, especially, they typically always like to throw gay on them.
I cannot disagree with you there.
And that shit is disgusting.
And
I see black women do that shit a lot. And then funny enough, black women be the closest to gay men, and then try to throw gay on a black man. Are you cool with men being gay?
Or not? Yeah.
Or are you not cool with men being gay? Because what the fuck is that about? And I don't see white women do it.
Right.
I don't see, maybe some Dominican women do. I just don't see that happen a lot. And it seems like black women have a tendency to do. I'm sorry, black women, if you get offended. I'm sorry, but I'm just telling you how most men feel. A lot of men will feel what I'm saying is a realization of what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like Tripp said in the other clip, man. Women need to know their capacity. But in this case, I've said this many times on my channel, bro. When women start using gay slurs towards men, it's usually because y'all are in the middle of an argument or a conversation and she's losing. And in order to shut you up or make herself feel better or superior, she starts hitting you with gay slurs. It's the same thing when women call men sassy just for speaking up for themselves. Hell, it ain't no different than when these women call other women pick-me's just because they align with some of the things that men talk about in these spaces. I'm like, but notice any man that panders to women, they don't have any of these. They don't call those men sassy. They don't call those men pick-me's. Funny how that works. Like everything that's not advantageous towards a woman is met with negativity and gay slurs and shit. It's stupid. Let's keep it moving.
Most men are not made to read between the lines. For Valentine's Day, he blatantly asks me, what do you want to do? And I tell him, no, babe, I just want to stay home and, watch a movie with you. Nothing crazy. Let's not spend money, yada, yada, yada. I don't want nothing. He goes, you don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. What happened? He came home with nothing. First, I thought he was going to send me flowers to my job. Okay. So I'm waiting. All these other girls, I get them flowers. I get nothing.
Yo, that's the most disappointing part.
No, I think it's all right because when I get downstairs, when he picks me up, he's going to surprise me with flowers. I get downstairs, nothing. I'm like, my blood is starting to boil now. So then
now you're like, no, they're at home.
Yeah, exactly. That was my next thing. I said, no, they're at home. They're at home. I know that
he got it set up. He got it.
I get home. Nothing.
Again,
nothing. So now at this point, I'm like, there's nothing's going to happen. Then I see that he goes to sleep. It's like, I'm like, yo, are we really not going to do nothing? And he's looking at me like, you said you didn't want to do anything. I'm like, yo, men are really just that dumb. He's like, and women are dumb because why is it that you can't just open your mouth and tell me exactly what you want to do?
Right.
And I'm like, he's like, this isn't like a Disney movie. Like, it's true. Like, we need to learn that men don't read between the lines. Ladies, if you want something, speak up. Yes, I want flowers. When in the day, I don't know. You figure it out. But I do want something to, you figure it out. I want something.
Yeah, I've always hated when women do that, man. Fellas, just for good measure, whenever a woman says that, just get her something anyway. Because in all seriousness, when do women not want anything? Right? If you understand female nature, you would just get her something anyway. But women also need to be a little bit more direct with their communication, man. All this read between the line, I need you to be a mind reader bullshit. That shit needs to cease. That is unhealthy communication. Let's keep it moving.
The church is so full of women and very few men.
Amen.
While you could go in church with 500 people and it'd be maybe 5 marriages. And those are the leadership. So what they do is they cater to single women and make them feel comfortable about their singleness. Y'all heard what I said. That's why I remember I told you I stopped speaking words into y'all. I stopped doing that. Why y'all think I stopped doing that? Because people get off on affirmation. They want tell me what God go. Tell me who I am. Tell me all this, and then fall in love with that. And that's why every message has to be your season, your harvest, your breakthrough. What God's gonna do for you. You know who you are. You going to the name. All that stuff. They got to do it because women will continue to give as long as they're affirming. But the biggest churches are the ones that affirm the best. That every service he got to give her a shout, give her that good feeling, and she gonna pay. It's designed to not have marriages because the goal is to emotionalize the females because the females lead the house now and they pay. And that's why when you really start building up men are logical.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to go far to look for an example of what he's referring to. Remember TD Jakes? I did a video on that. I mean, boy, the women, and the funny part about it, the amount of women that didn't show up to the next service, because I think they did a video on that as well. Like, it wasn't like packed, But the difference between the amount of women that were there, the service after he said what he said about women, night and day, man. Like, you can't make this up, man. It's women really out here that really think that they're just perfect and they can't do no wrong, and they are really above reproach. Bro, if you meet any women like that, bro, just stay away from them, bro. That's a headache that you do not want. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way I know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.